Hi Scorpio, I'm Ronique and welcome to Scorpio Soul Time. I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to your April 2024 career tarot reading. This is where we're going to look at the astrological energies of the month of April, but more specifically, really hone in on your career, your job, your self-worth. We do have a full moon in your sign this month, Scorpio, so you all could see some type of culmination point from when you had your solar return season back in October and November. So really keep that in mind. But as well, we have all this dynamic energy this month. If you haven't already looked at those April general readings, I have the link below. But there is so much energy around Aries, which also is Mars is your co-ruler and it is Aries ruler. So you all could have a lot of positive momentum this month. But remember, we are in eclipse season. We're in Mercury retrograde at the very beginning of the month. And we have that huge conjunction between Uranus and Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So all of this energy, Scorpio, is huge, right? So let's make sure we keep all of our sanity this month. Let's take a look at where your energies are laying. I always get that confused with you, okay? I want to thank each and every one of you, and let's get right into it. So did I already cut the deck? I don't remember. Let's do it again. All right, Scorpio, I have all the dates below, and if you want a personal tarot reading, I have the link below as well. First week of the month, 8 of Wands in the reverse. 10 of Swords also in the reverse. First week of April. Second week of April finds you with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, as well as the Page of Swords. Third week of April, the Emperor. This is that Aries energy coming in for you there. Major Arcana card, third week of the month, as well as the Queen of Swords. Last week of April finds you with the 10 of Wands in the reverse. And the Sun card, Leo energy there. So really nice to see that energy at the end of the month, Scorpio. So let's take a look at what is the energy that you left out of March with, okay? Spirit, if you could send Scorpio a card representing the energy that they were working with in March. This definitely could have been around that eclipse. Remember, we had all that major energy, but we also had, that spring equinox and the sun move into Aries. So you all could have gotten an extra boost of energy during March. Let's see what Spirit has for you. Okay, so it's in the reverse and it is the 9 of Swords. So I'm going to turn it back around, but just wanted you to see that depiction of the 9 of Swords. And you can actually see the Justice representation floating there in the back. So for some of you all, during the month of March, you all could have been worried about some type of huge mental strain on your brain. This could have been a job interview. This could be looking for a job. This could be tension at your work. It could have been also family life and maybe a balance between the two. I definitely think that some of you are having some major endings coming here in April. I say that because I see the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So you have two tens on the ground and this 9 of Swords depicting almost coming to an end. So I want to remind you, Scorpio, throughout the month of April, if things need to be let go, if endings need to occur, let them occur, okay? Because I do think that these worries will remove themselves once you get rid of some of those burdens that you've been carrying for a while, okay? Lastly, Spirit, if you could send Scorpio an oracle message. This is going to be your overarching theme around your career and your job for the month of April. And you have the Empress, Archangel Gabriel. Now, I want to tell you who just got it, Libra. I just did Libra's reading, and they also got Archangel Gabriel, but they got a different oracle message. So I think that's very interesting. So this one says lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. And I'm really focused on how that picture is like depicting like this angel and really just feeling like really like almost like consumed with all of that lush grounds around her. And I do think that I'm saying her, but you know, because it's the Empress, but Archangel Gabriel, whether it's her, him, I think it's beautiful to see lavish abundance. And I do think that that's what I'm going to focus on for you all's oracle message, because I do think, Scorpio, that many of you all have gone through a transformation since your solar return time of last November and October. And I do think that many of you all are coming into money opportunities that you didn't really, weren't even on your radar. That's what I just heard. So keep that in mind as Archangel Gabriel tells you there's lavish abundance coming for you, and give birth to your dreams. So don't ignore any kind of inklings or feelings of, okay, you know, maybe I should try something new. Archangel Gabriel is saying, yes, give it a try. Maybe not during this month since we have Mercury retrograding, but great time to strategize, okay? So let's take a look at your whole month before we go week by week. So right here, we can already see you have all reversals that first week of the month. 10 of Swords, 8 of Wands. Things are going a little haywire that first week of the month, Scorpio. Pay attention to anything that is communications, emails, checking information. If you're traveling, especially with that 8 of Wands, if you are traveling for work, there is a lot going on where things get mixed up and you're actually just wondering if it's time to move on from whatever this is. Like maybe you're in one type of career and you're like, I'm tired of how this always seems to, you know, have issues at this time. Whatever it is, there's something around those themes that first week of the month when we have that Mercury retrograde. Second week of the month with the Queen in reverse and that Page of Swords. Be prepared for some type of information around money, your job, possibly coming from a higher up person, around maybe a way that you can get a higher pay raise, or possibly you can get a promotion, or possibly you hear of more opportunities for recognition. Keep that in mind that second week of the month. Now, by the time you get down here to the third week, Scorpio, the Emperor card and Queen of Swords, this is really big Aries energy, and there could be some major announcement that puts you into a whole different, almost, I just heard salary bracket. So I don't know if any of you are trying to rise up through the ranks, but that could come this third week of the month where you start hearing more opportunities, information, and you have these two queens on the ground. So be prepared that someone in an authoritative position could start conversating around that time. Now, remember, this is the eclipse time. That second week, third week, we start getting into that Uranus-Jupiter conjunction. And by the time we end the month with the 10 of Wands in reverse and the Sun, like I said, some type of benefic event, I believe, is on the way. I do think that lavish abundance that Archangel Gabriel spoke about is coming, but I think that it's going to take some time for it to actually manifest. I do think that 10 of Wands and 10 of Swords is reminding you you're going to have to work through getting rid of what is no longer needed. And remember, here in that third and fourth week is when you have your full moon in Scorpio. Okay, so lots going on for everyone, Scorpio, but I think that you, especially Aries, Libra, and Taurus, you all are kind of like the big four that I think is going to have some huge awakenings during April. So let's get right into it. That first week of the month, Mercury stations retrograde in Aries, Sun conjunct North Node in Aries, and Venus enters Aries all between the 1st and the 4th. Now, I do think, like I was saying, some type of event mentally you're done with. You're trying to move on from possibly miscommunications at work, and maybe this isn't the first time you're seeing it. You've seen a pattern of people around you not like dropping the ball or not helping out or purposefully not communicating well. There's something along those lines that first week of April, you're seeing it so much that you're starting to think, is this the place I want to remain? Or do I need to be transferring to another department? Or is it time for me to leave this career altogether because it's like all the same at all the other companies I've been at? These are the kind of questions that could come up during those first few weeks of April, okay? And I do think these are not brand new things, Scorpio. I think that these have been kind of lingering around, possibly since your solar return back in November, okay? So remember, this is a culmination month for you. So really look back 6 months. Second week of April, this is when we do have that total solar eclipse, new moon in Aries on the 8th, and the sun is conjunct Chiron on that same day. I do think that Scorpio, you could have someone come to you with some information, maybe a job posting at another company. There could be someone who works higher up in your company that you're either friends with or has been more of a mentor to you. They could conversate about, hey, I think maybe you should, look at this job posting. You could be a good fit, but it may not be a good fit for you personally. So really pay attention to that. I do think that's going to be the challenge with April, is that all of that Aries Mars energy is like initiating and wanting to get started. But at the same time, Scorpio, you're coming to a culmination here with your full moon here in about a few weeks. And so this is like, okay, make sure this is right for you, Scorpio, and not just right like on paper, if that makes sense. I think that Aries energy is going to push you into things that maybe you're not quite ready for, or you may be wholeheartedly ready. So you'll know better than anyone, okay? Now, by the time you get to that third week, here's more of that Aries energy like I was saying. But by the time we get to week 3, April 19th, the sun enters Taurus. A day later, Uranus is conjunct Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. The 21st, the sun in Taurus squares Pluto in Aquarius. That's really important for you all, Scorpio, as a fellow fixed sign. I do think that is going to be a huge week for you, really starting off with the sun enters Aries. And then by the time we get to the 23rd, that is your full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. So that whole week, I would say, is going to be a major week for you all. That Emperor card in reverse, be prepared for people being a little too, it feels like forceful, especially like in conversation or in meetings, or people may be more combative with their tone, or people may be really snarky, like that kind of thing at work, especially with this Queen of Swords in the upright. It just feels like someone makes some announcement that you're like, oh, okay, I didn't realize they felt that way, or something like that. Just be prepared for that. But also some event could occur. This could be globally for the collective, because remember I said that benefic Uranus conjunction and with Jupiter in Taurus, it could be bringing some type of money event as well that could affect you all. So be prepared for just like anything. That third and fourth week is like between your full moon and that conjunction and the sun in Taurus. That's a lot going on, Scorpio, especially for you as a fellow fixed sign. Lastly, we come into the sun and the 10 of Wands in reverse. At the end of the month, we have Mars entering Aries on the 30th and Venus enters Taurus on the 29th. During this time, this is when you are trying to wrap up things mentally, but also like you're exhausted. That 10 of Wands is like, I'm done, okay? But the Sun card with that Leo energy is like, yay, I'm done. It's like this really good benefic event could occur at the end of the month. So overall, Scorpio, you all have a lot going on during this time. I mean, I'm saying that for every single sign. It makes sense with how dynamic April is. But Scorpio, really pay attention to where your spirit guides are trying to guide you. If something needs to be done, leave it alone, okay? All right, Scorpio, I hope you all have a great April. If you haven't subscribed yet, I would love if you would. Talk to you later.